Alright, so here we are again, another section of the produce aisle. Spices are what you're going to depend on to flavor your food, okay? We want to avoid a lot of high sugar, high sodium sauces, a lot of that highly processed stuff. If you get really good at using spices in your cooking, then you can produce great healthy tasting food that doesn't have any added calories in it. Definitely you want to focus on the spices, and you're going to find you're going to get a lot better flavor if you use the fresh spices. So most of the grocery stores on the side of the produce aisle have a selection of fresh spices, and that's what you want to select from, okay? Then you can dry them yourself if you want to use them that way, or you can just dice them up and toss them in your recipes straight away. Trust me, it is a much better way to flavor your food, and you want to depend on that more so than dried spices if you can. And if you don't have a green thumb or you're not into gardening, this is a great way for you to get that great flavor without compromising at all. So we're just going to take a quick walk down the aisle here. You can see a lot of greens and produce here. Again, try and focus on organic if you can, but a lot of these salad kits, especially some of the pre-washed ones, nice way to get some quick healthy produce without having to do a lot of prep work yourself. So something to think about. We'll talk about dressings a bit later, but generally speaking you want to avoid the store-bought dressings and you want to make your own. So if you ever walk into a grocery store, if you're ever near a grocery store and you need a quick meal in a hurry, most of the stores are starting to carry these pre-made smoothies on the side. Okay, they're not ideal, but they do have a lot of good benefits, and it's still going to beat going through the drive-thru if you need a quick meal. Okay, so this one right here, the green piñas, one of my favorites. Okay, it's basically like eating a whole bunch of green vegetables in one shot. There's still some fruit juice in here, still going to be some sugar, but again, it beats a fast food meal. And I'd say it's even better usually than Booster Juice or Jugo Juice or any of those smoothie chains. So something to think about. A lot of different flavors here. Again, not all of them are good for you. So just because it's in a healthy aisle, don't assume it's good for you. And that goes the same for every aisle in the grocery store. Just because it's beside something healthy, do not assume that it's good for you. Okay, so like I said, the Green Goodness one is pretty decent. And then some of these berry ones are going to be okay. Basically, again, still, no matter how healthy it seems, be reading labels, be checking into it, alright? But again, decent fast choice, these pre-made smoothies. They're usually flash pasteurized, which means you're going to have some loss of nutrition, but it still beats a lot of other alternatives. So we're just going to keep walking down here and highlighting some of the green vegetables. Okay, so we got broccoli, celery, and cabbage, stuff like that. Excellent choices. There's some more greens on the other side that we'll skip past, but again, just focus on the greens. That's all I can say. It makes up for a lot. Okay, the fresher the seafood you can get, the better. But depending where you live, that might not always be an option. So, again, frozen seafood, the shrimp and the salmon. Salmon, obviously, you want to make sure it's wild if possible. Seafood is great for the fact that we're usually getting a lot of omega-3s, and it's a very clean source of protein. Just make sure that you're avoiding a lot of the pre-seasoned stuff and a lot of stuff that's breaded. So that's basically it for this half of the store. We're going to take a journey out to the other side.